Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome back to Misfits of the Zodiac. My name is Ace. I'm going to be pulling 3 different cards for you in an oracle card for the month of October. The first card will be your recent past. Your current energy will be the next cards because you got 3 instead of 1. And your near future will be the third card. And then an oracle to sum it all up. Let's get into it. Your first card is the Ace of Athame. There's some sort of either communication or idea that's springing to life at the end of September, early October. I feel like you're going to take this idea and run with it, or take the communication that you're receiving and run with it. It is positive. It gives me very good vibes. I feel like maybe you're having a breakthrough. You've been trying to brainstorm for a while about an idea or a perspective that you haven't quite been able to put your finger on, but you're able to actually have it come to the surface in the end of September, beginning of October. So be aware of that and give yourself time to sit with that and figure out what way you can bring that idea to fruition if it is an idea that you're working with. Your next card, you have the Queen of Pentacles, but what came out with it is the Five of Wands and the Six of Cups, okay? So the vibe that I get from this is usually the Queen of Pentacles, she is all about feeling very secure in her finances. She has more than enough to give to those around her. And she has she's in a pecan grove and there's this little bucket of pecans. She has more than enough for herself. And so she now wants to give to others. That's usually the main gist of this particular card in this deck. And it's interesting because the other 2 cards that came out were the Five of Wands and the Six of Cups, which both have quite a few people in this. This is usually asking for cooperation within a team dynamic, and this is all about reminiscing about the past. So I feel like there could be someone that maybe helped you when you were struggling and is in need of help this month, and you want to kind of pay it forward and give back to them. That's the feeling that I'm getting. And I feel like it could be someone in a work situation or a group of friends that maybe collectively work together to help you get through a really rough situation, potentially financially. And now, because you're kind of sitting in the sense of abundance, you're able to give back to that community. So it seems like a very positive dynamic that you have going on. Sometimes this is talking about nostalgia, but I feel like what this is directing me to is just some point in the past where this dynamic helped you, and now you're reciprocating this month, okay? So, I feel like it's kind of like, it's funny that the next card that you got is the Six of Athame, because this is all about moving to calmer waters. So this could be in the not so distant past, and that you stumbled across more prosperity for yourself and are now able to give. This might not just be prosperity. I think it's mostly seems to be money, but it could just be time or energy that people gave to you. You now, because you're moving away from troubled waters, you're able to bring that back in reciprocation to them. So I feel like, again, by the end of October, you will have moved through the energy where you needed help, and now you're able to not only stand your ground and kind of be in your power with the Queen of Pentacles, but you're so in your power, you're so full of abundance and time and energy that you can give back to your community and move away from any sort of lack that you had previously felt in the potential recent past. I feel like this is not that. Potentially the beginning of September, things were really rocky, either financially or your time was being split in a lot of different directions, and this team came forward to help you out, and now you're reciprocating and you're moving to calmer waters, okay? So the last card that I got for you is your oracle card for the month, which was the Veil, and it was in the reverse. So in the month of October, is a very interesting time because the veil between worlds gets closer and closer to being the thinnest. By the time Halloween hits, it's the thinnest it will be all year round. So if you believe in communication with spirit guides, that is a huge theme of this month, because they're supposedly being able to communicate with you that much easier because the veil is that much thinner. I feel like in this particular spread, though, in this particular reading, it feels like because it's in reverse, there is something that you're not seeing that has already come to light that is going to help you in some way, but you're oblivious to it. And I don't know if that's because you're not spending enough time in silence and not spending enough time sitting with yourself, and maybe you're running yourself ragged, or you're doing a lot in the month of October. But paying attention to things that are bubbling up, even if you don't want to look at them, especially if you don't want to look at them, they could be not so fun in the near future if you don't give yourself time to take a look at them, because I feel like you're missing something that is going to be beneficial to you, that, you know, whatever you believe in, whether it's spirit guides, your higher self, the universe, whatever you believe, they're trying to signal something to you and you're missing it. You're dropping the ball in that realm, and that's totally fine. It's totally okay. But they're trying to send you signs, and you're not. You're in your own realm. You're in your own world. So I would pay attention to synchronicity this month. Pay attention to any symbolism. If you already work with spirit, paying attention to your symbols. For me, it's feathers and animals like that have symbology that's attached to it. So paying attention to those things and seeing how often they come up could give you a sign or information. If you have any questions about that, feel free to leave them in the comments. I would love to go more into depth about this. But you're getting messages, you're getting downloads, but you're missing it. So I'm being asked to tell you, like, to take a breath, maybe do some meditation this month, sit in silence if you can for even just a couple of minutes a day. And I feel like what is trying to come to you will come to light. It's already come to light, but you're just not seeing it yet. So let's nip that in the bud, okay? If you have any questions about this, I would love to talk more about it. But ultimately, that was your reading for the month of October. I hope that this helped. I hope you're enjoying your spooky season. And if you enjoyed this quick, dirty, to the point kind of a reading, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Maybe get a like, share, or a subscribe, and how have you helped me build the channel from the ground up. I really appreciate all of you who have already subscribed and have come back month after month. And if not, I will see you for the month of November for your monthly reading next month. Bye, guys.